Hiya. Well, I've been asked to make a shelf, picture shelf. These were the sizes that I was given originally, 150mm in there. So I made a mock-up piece out of some pine. This is going to be oak, and then it's got a lighting strip that goes in here. That's a groove for the picture, and then it's going to get fixed back to the wall here with some secret sort of keyhole type fixings. On the corner here, I don't want underneath, I don't want to see the end of this board, so I can't run that board through and screw in. I can't screw up dominoes. I don't know if it'd be strong enough. They've got a small child, he might swing on it, so I need to make that joint as strong as possible. So what I did was, like I say, I made a template piece. This is an offcut off it. You can just see I use the mitre, lock corner mitre thing. And that I was able to cut on the saw because it's got this back bit that folds up. Anyway, right, so I got some oak boards. I had to go somewhere else for this. Labour's is shut today. The place where I went, they were limited stock a little bit, but the boards are pretty straight. This was one board cut in half, so it's a very similar colour. I've got cut one down to 6-inch, and then the other one down to 4, and then the piece, the offcut, will make the lip for the front of these shelves. So what I'll do is put a straight edge on with a jointer, and then I'll bip them oversize, and I'll see if they warp. So I'll cut them down to as close as I can, but I'll leave some excess to try and allow for that. They're not perfectly straight. It's not easy with that little machine and these big boards. But this one, you can see the cup was that way, and this had a bow in it. And you should put the cup down onto the blade, onto the bed. It should be doing that way. But you see the damage on here. I want to work off this edge. I want to rip it down like that. So what I did was I planed bits off the middle using the machine, and I almost created myself a cup on that side. Then I can run it through straight, if that makes sense. Anyway, they're straight enough now for me to rip them down to size, and I'll rip them 1 inch 20mm over, and we'll see how they come out. But you can see, touching there, touching there, and I've got 2.5 to 3mm in the middle there. So each one could be just 1.5 millimetre out over 8 foot, but 2 of them make 3mm. So I need 110mm. This is 20mm on the back, so 130. That's 10mm, so 140. So I'll cut it 150, 60. I'll cut it down at 160mm. I'll just put a mark on those. See, that's 3mm gap. We'll see what it comes out like. Well, they've actually straightened up. That gap's closed up a bit. I'll plane them some more, straighten that edge up again, and get them down to size. Right, I've got my gloves on again just to help me grip it. But this, get it in the right place. This has got a slight cup to it, so I'll put the cup up, then at least it's sort of sitting on these 2 points. If you put it the other way, the wood will rock as you're going along. Right, this one was a little bit wider than my plane will handle. I've got two straight edges now. They're not bad. So what I'm going to do is just rip that off, just put it through the saw again, cut that off, and put them through the thicknesser, get them to the right thickness. I've got this cutter set up in my machine, so I won't be oak there to finish at the same size as this. I don't want to be setting this machine up again. I just cut that off, just cut that lip off, turn them over, put them through the thicknesser. It's about 19.8. It's pretty much there. So what I'll do now that they're nice and flat, I'll carefully put a straight edge back on this again. Rip it to a millimetre or so wider than what I want, and then very carefully go over to the jointer and clean up that sawn edge again. Right, they're pretty good now. They're finished sizes. And you saw me, as I took it off the saw, I flipped it over. Because although they're parallel in thickness, they're not straight. You never get these straight. So it's easier to put that curve against the fence, similar to as you're going over the top. If you were to put it with a curve in like that, your wood would want to roll around like that, but if you put it that way, it'll run against the fence a bit better. So I put the curve in towards the fence. Right, now I've got them two boards. Just going to trim them to length, just about here. Give me a couple of bits to play with, to run through the machine to check it.